Now, Boxing Day, the question is, what do you do with that sweater if it doesn't fit? Or if you just hate it and other gifts you don't want? News 13's David Romero live in Newsplex. He has the do's and don'ts of what to do when it comes to exchanging gifts. Hey, David.
I hear that emphasis in your voice, Matt, kind of making me laugh there. But you may think it's as simple as taking your unwanted items back to the stores and getting cash or an exchange for it, but there's some fine print rules you should check out before you go and do that. Now, as we told you about last hour, with as many people that are going out today to get the after Christmas deals, there are probably just as many that will be at the stores for the reason of taking items back. Now, there are 4 major things you should keep in mind. Make sure that you are returning the item within the time allotted by the store. Most have a 30 to 60-day return policy. You know, if Grandma gave you a sweater that you might not like, she may have also given you a gift receipt to take it back to the store where she got it. Now, that will also make it easier to return. Third, if you got the item online, you should check that store policy to see if you can take it back to one of their local locations as opposed to shipping it back to them. And fourth, if it was an electronic item, there may be a restocking fee for the store to take it back and put it on their shelf. That may prevent you from getting a full refund. Now, if you want to see what kind of policy various stores may have on returns, you can look on websites like Stella Service, which has a breakdown on what most require. Matt, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. I hope it wasn't your voice that just dropped about 8 octaves there. By the way, you can find a link to that website. That'll be on our website, KRQE.com. A little bit later this morning, just click on that morning tab. All right, another news this morning, call it a corruption crackdown because that's what will happen if one state legislator gets his way starting next month. For the 3rd year in a row, State Representative Nate Gentry here is sponsoring an anti-corruption bill. It promises to put stiffer penalties on state workers, both elected and appointed, who are convicted on felony corruption charges, and it would prevent them from ever lobbying or working with the state ever again.
From my point of view, people shouldn't get the benefit of, the benefit of, taxpayer dollars when they violate the public trust in such a significant way.
Representative Gentry's bill would not affect people convicted of corruption in the past, and he hopes it would prevent them from doing it in the future, though. Well, you could have a new place to get a degree soon. That's because Grand Canyon University is looking to expand and could build a campus right here in Albuquerque. It already has a nursing program here. Grand Canyon is a private Christian university. It's based in Phoenix. It's been around for 63 years now. Well, later today, we could find out more about a man who was stabbed to death in La Plata County. Sheriff's deputies found Robbie Schindel-Decker dead inside of a home on County Road 125, about 8 miles southwest of Durango. So it was about 11 o'clock on Christmas morning. Neighbors say he was in some sort of fight, an argument before that happened. Sheriff's deputies are still trying to figure out exactly what happened there. Well, 4 people in jail for breaking into a place near Albuquerque High School. Police arrested them yesterday. They're not saying a whole lot about what happened, possibly because some of the folks arrested, they're kids. They're under 18 years old. 925 near Central is back to normal now after a bad crash last night. Some southbound lanes were closed for a while after this crash, where one car ended up rolling over. It's kind of hard to see there because of the barrier. One person went to the hospital. Investigators have not said exactly what caused that crash. Slowed down traffic in both directions, as you can see. Well, you can still see some Luminarias in Old Town and the Country Club neighborhoods, but they probably won't be lit up anymore.
It probably takes us 3 or 4 hours to set up and then just an hour or 2 hours to take down.
All right, Carson Smith there, another Boy Scout, set up hundreds of Luminarias on Christmas Eve in the Country Club area, hoping to put on a great show for the 3,600 people who went on the bus tour and others who drove and walked through the area. Windy weather made things a bit of a mess to clean up with the sand in the streets, but you know it wouldn't be Christmas in Albuquerque without this tradition.
Last night we actually had a couple kids from college who are ex-scouts come back from Minnesota and Colorado, come down and help us out with it too.
Look at that, can't get away from tradition. All right, this year tickets for the Luminaria tour sold out faster than ever. All right, one holiday down, now one more to go, and you better believe police are still out looking for drunk drivers. One way around this, if you celebrate too much, use Tavern Taxi. It's a free ride from a bar or restaurant instead of what could be a free ride to jail and possibly a whole heck of a lot worse.
Let me call it Tavern Taxi. We'll keep the road safe, and you'll live to dance another day.
Yeah, it sounds like a great idea. All right, in case you need a reminder not to drink and drive, you can get up to 12 years in prison if you have more than one DWI. You can also get life in prison. God forbid you kill someone. State legislators want to make those penalties even more harsh. They'll probably talk about that next month in their legislative session.